This is a Squiz podcast. We're your shortcut to being informed.
Squiz Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Good morning and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Friday, December 10. In Squiz Kids Today, Christmas, here we come. Scandal at Saudi Arabia's camel beauty contest. Another good day at the Ashes, and that's a wrap for 2021. That's what's making news, kids style.
The lowdown.
It's the last Squiz Kids Today podcast for the year, as we all pack up and get ready to enjoy the summer holidays. So, we're going for a slight change of pace in the lowdown today, and bringing you a couple of Christmas-themed stories from two sides of our wide brown land. First up, and we're in Port Macquarie on the mid-north coast of New South Wales, where Santa has swapped the snow of the North Pole with the sun and sand of an Aussie beach. Instead of heading to the local shopping centre for a Santa photo, for the past 10 years the locals of Port Macquarie have trooped off down to the local beach for a photo session with one of Santa's helpers. The Santa on the beach photo shoot has created a decade of special, distinctly Aussie-themed Christmas memories for countless families. And not even COVID and the requirement to social distance from Santa this year has put anyone off. Thanks, in no small part, to the huge bottle of hand sanitizer the photographer provides. Brilliant. And now over to the west, to the coastal township of Albany, where a couple have created what might possibly be the most spectacular backyard Christmas light display in all of Australia. It takes 3 people, 6 weeks, working full-time to cover an area of 2,500 square metres with, get this, 420,000 sparkling Christmas lights. There's a 4-metre-tall reindeer called Elvis and even a replica of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is there, as is a replica of the Eiffel Tower. It's very international. Jeremy and Lorraine Stevenson have been bringing Christmas joy to their hometown of Albany with their mega backyard Christmas light display since 2019. And the kicker, it's all done for charity. In the 3 years they've been lighting up their corner of WA, the couple have raised $54,000 for cystic fibrosis. And if that doesn't give you a warm, fuzzy Christmas glow, well, I don't know what will. And yes, of course, I've stuck a link to video of the Christmas lights display in today's episode notes. Consider it a Christmas present from me to you.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today, on our last spin for the school year, we've landed in Saudi Arabia, where 40 contestants in the Desert Kingdom's annual camel beauty pageant have been disqualified for using Botox on their beasts. Yes, you heard right. We're talking about a beauty pageant for camels, and there's $92 million in prize money up for grabs. So, the stakes are pretty high. The animals are judged on the shape of their heads, necks, and humps, as well as their dress and posture. So, not so different from a human beauty pageant in that respect. And 40 camels have just been disqualified because of their owners injected Botox into their lips and heads. Botox is a substance also used by some humans to try to make themselves look younger. Other camels were kicked out because they were given hormones to make their muscles look bigger or had their body parts inflated with rubber bands. Whatever happened to a camel's natural beauty? If you're a Squiz Kids for Schools member, today's classroom activities are on this news item. If you're not a Squiz Kids for Schools member, sign up today for your free trial at squizkids.com.au.
Sport time.
There was once again only one game in town yesterday, and it was the Ashes, as the Aussies in England battled it out in the second day of the first test at the Gabba in Brisbane. And after a blisteringly good first day on Wednesday, when they bowled out England for only 147 runs, it was the Aussies' turn to bat yesterday. It only took Australia 44 overs to move past England's total, and the team then spent the remainder of the afternoon piling on the runs and extending their lead to finish the day almost 200 runs in front on 7 for 343. Travis Head starred with the bat, notching up a century, which is cricket speak for getting 100 runs, while Dave Warner and Marnus Labuschagne did their bit with a 156-run partnership. There are 3 more days to go in this test match, and there are 5 test matches to be played in this series, with the best of 5 being the winner of the Ashes. And if you didn't understand a word of what I've just said, then you need to wrap your ears around this week's Squiz Kids shortcut on the Ashes. A 10-minute deep dive into everything you've ever wanted to know but were too scared to ask. Available as part of our Squiz Kids Summer Special subscriber content. Visit Apple Podcasts and sign up for your free trial today. On the subject of summer holiday bonus content, we've prepped a whole bunch of cool stuff to roll out over the summer break to keep you entertained and informed. By becoming a Squiz Kids subscriber via Apple Podcasts, you'll have access all summer to a weekly Kids vs. Adult quiz on topics as varied as sport, animals, music, and the year that was. And there's even a quiz about Christmas. Top fun for all the family. Plus, each week you'll get served not 1, but 2 excellent Squiz Kids shortcuts. Deep dives into cool topics like earthquakes and volcanoes, Roald Dahl, girl power, Mars, the Kid Laroi, climate change, Hamilton, and Christmas traditions around the world. Head to Apple Podcasts, search for Squiz Kids, and sign up for your free trial today. I'll be waiting over there for you.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. What animals are caught up in a beauty contest scandal in Saudi Arabia? That's right, they're camels. Question number 2. What's the name of the town in Western Australia where an epic backyard Christmas light display has been put on? That's right, it's Albany. Question number 3. What's the name of the cricketing contest currently being played out between England and Australia? Yeah, it's the Ashes.
Shout outs.
It's December 10, the final Squiz Kids Today episode for this year. 194 episodes we've done together this year, people. And breathe. Plus, it's only 14 sleeps till Christmas. You better watch out. You better not pout. It's also a Friday, and you know what that means. A great excuse to crack out the old birthday reggae tune. Hit it. And it's a happy birthday today to these Squiz Kids. Adley from Hughenden, Joanne from Sydney, Darnay from Mornington, Liam from Lane Cove, Benny from Allambie Heights, twins Scarlett and Tristan from St Ives, Hector from Brunswick, and Theo from Surfers Paradise. And not forgetting, of course, those Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday over the coming weekend. Rhett from Kalgoorlie, Jawad from Wiley Park, Cooper, Krish and Sameksha from Oran Park, Baxter from Gosford East, Hannah from Fadden, Lily from Randwick, Max from Mornington, Huey from Brighton, Riley from Cardiff, and Jeremy from Kangaroo Island. And because this is our last episode of Squiz Kids before the school holidays, we're giving happy early birthday shout-outs to all Squiz Kids celebrating birthdays between next Monday and December 31. So it's a happy early birthday to Needy from Blacktown, Lockie from Coleroy Plateau, Taya from Barnawatha, Lucas from Maroubra, Isla from Sydney, Theo from Broome, Rocky from Allambie Heights, Leilani from Nowra, Leon from Ivanhoe, and Nicholas from Randwick. And finally, classroom shout-outs today go to 4P and this is Papas at Concord West Public School. And thank you and good luck from your prac teacher Miss Fung. Also to Class 5-6W at North Ryde Public School, Class 2W at Murray Farm Public School in Carlingford, and lastly a happy birthday to Mrs Jones and Henry at Scotch Oakburn College in Launceston. Finally, special shout-outs go to Melanie Walden-Mills, teacher from the tiny rural school Pooncarie Public, and to Lucy Snell at St Elizabeth's in Tarragindi, who've both signed up as fully fledged Squiz Kids for Schools members. Welcome aboard. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up next year and you want a shout-out, or if you're after a classroom shout-out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today, this year. We'll be back again when school's back next year. And on a personal note, it's been a pleasure to be a little part of your lives this year. Wishing each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. In the meantime, you know the drill. I want you all to get out there and have a most excellent summer break. Over and out.